open your doors with Santi and Jesse. Here we are together. Yay, peace. We finally got together here at my house this time. And Jess is going to tell you about the places that she worked, not the places' names, but that she felt there were haunts there, like I had mentioned in another one of my videos. So she's going to go ahead and tell you some stories right now. I'm so thrilled. All right.
Hi, everybody. Yes, I've worked in healthcare for quite a long time, so I really find passion working in the older buildings. They seem to, I don't know if it's the haunted fact of it or just the fact that it's got a lot more energy in them. So I've really seemed to enjoy those type of buildings, to say the least, because the energy is strong and it's there, and most of the time it's very positive. I have had some incidences, though, where uh, we had this little, it was called an ice cream shop, and we had somebody recently pass away, and the energy we could definitely still feel when we walked down that hallway. And one day we're all just standing in the ice cream parlor, just kind of seeing how we can revamp it and everything. Well, then all of the mirrors shattered, and so did the shelves. And in this particular patient's room, their mirror was shattered as well. And I know a lot of people would be afraid of that, and that would be considered negative, but I think this particular spirit was trying to tell us that they were present. So once I think you acknowledge the spirit, I think they feel a little bit more comfortable. They're a little bit more not so aggressive as far as to show you different signs. There was another time, another building that I was in, where you would actually push a floor to go onto, and another floor would open, and it would be a floor that is not lit up, that is no intention that you wanted to get off of. There's nobody getting on. So that's happened to me a few times too. But it's funny, it actually makes me laugh. So I know the spirit that's part of that is somebody who is very funny and trying to get my attention in the sense that, haha, I got you this time. You want to get off in the third floor. Now you're going to get off in the second.
And never going to get to the third floor, honey.
So, as far as the spirits go, I'm very familiar with them. I've been doing this a very long time. I've worked in multiple, like I said, older buildings, and, those type of things really don't alarm me. I've seen shadows down hallways. I've heard doors close behind me where there's nobody around. I've heard, there's just all different things. Sometimes I'll even get a smell or a whiff of a cigarette or a rose smell. Somebody's perfume that used to wear it. And I'm like, wait a minute, that person passed away 3 weeks ago. What do you mean I can smell their fragrance still?
Wasn't there a tin can or a can of soda or something on?
Yeah.
What was the soda thing?
Well, it's weird because we didn't have there was no soda in the area, like in the room or presence or anything. And all of a sudden I walked by and there's a can of soda that had actually been drank, and nobody around, nobody claimed it. And it was the particular soda that somebody had always really, really liked. So I thought, well, this is interesting. And it was in the room that person had passed away in, I would say, 2 months prior. So it's very strange. But now I don't look at things as strange. I kind of look at it as kind of a normal thing. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but when you're in the environment, I think, and you're around it all the time, you kind of expect those things. I'm a very positive medium. I don't allow negative spirits in at any point. So I know the ones that are around me and that are doing pranks and stuff on me are usually pretty positive. So I don't feel uncomfortable. I always suggest, though, if you do see a dark shadow or something dark, or you feel that eerie kind of feel, tell them to go away. Tell them that you are not the person to mess with. It's time for you to leave. And those are things that I would suggest if you ever come in contact with that. But you got to remember, we're all here, we're all lively, we're human, we're very spirited, we have a lot of energy. So when someone passes on, that doesn't mean that their spirit necessarily is gone. Sometimes it lingers, especially if it's a spirit that's taken too soon, or they feel they've been taken too soon. They'll linger a little bit on this, on this earth with us, and then they'll pass on, when it's their time. But so, you can't think of ghosts and spirits and things as a negative thing all the time, because that's not always the case. They're just trying to reach out to people maybe that are in tune with them, that maybe can help talk to their family members. That's what mediumship is you know, those people that have passed on are coming to me or coming to people that have experience with it and saying, hey, can you reach out to so-and-so? Like, there's sometimes people I'm like, I don't even know who the heck you're talking about. But eventually they end up finding me and wanting to know what's going on with them, their family and everything. The spirits kind of poke you a little. And they're like, come on, you got to tell them about this. Or so, but, you know, it's a gift. Some people have it, some don't. A lot of people do have gifts. They just don't want to, you know, go into that. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want it to happen to them, and that's fine. You just help go away and it will. But, you know, those that really help people are usually the ones that get it pretty strong and that can help other people. So,
and the positive spirits seek out those that are more open. And I had mentioned all the things about if you know your home is haunted and that in a previous video, if you watch all the Halloween time videos. I hope you watch them all. But anyway,
yes.
But I'm happy to have Jess here today. And she helped us with some of the storm things that we need cleaned up.
Yes.
But right now she is going to do a mediumship on someone from the other side of her choice. She's going to tell us some things, or I will ask that person questions. You decide who you want to ask, and I will ask you what to ask them.
I just had Einstein say he was here, so.
Okay, we're gonna talk about Einstein. Is there any specific message, Einstein, that you have for us today? This is November of 2022.
No, he just says hello.
Hi.
And he's thankful and thanks everybody for thinking so highly of him because of his knowledge. He still wants to continue to share his knowledge even though he's not physically here. There's been a lot. He was never really that big of an emotional man. And he claims that, but he feels now that people need to be more sensitive to things where he wasn't. So that's one of his messages is be kind. You know, if somebody needs some help, physically, mentally, whatever, try to do what you can to help them. He says there's a lot coming. I don't know. I'm trying to get if it's a positive thing or a negative thing. No, he said good. He said good. That's a good thing. A lot of good. A lot more technology. There's more technology that's not made its surface yet, but there's going to be a lot more going on there. Good and bad, he said. Okay.
Has he been in touch with Tesla on the other side since they're both there together?
Yes.
Yes. So he and Tesla actually are working together still to help mankind.
Yes.
And that is just a wonderful thing. That is just amazing. I know that Einstein was very spiritual. Does he have a spiritual phrase for us right now? I know he wrote a lot of things. Is he going to give us a little part of a sentence or see if he has a phrase for us?
In thought you shall conquer. Don't know what that means. I'm not highly intelligent like he is. But in thought you shall conquer. I guess what he's trying to say, now he just explained it, that if you think it, you should do it. That you can conquer it if you think it. So if you don't have it in your head ever to accomplish something, then it won't be accomplished. So if you're thinking it, accomplish it, is what he's saying to me.
And that is manifesting, and that's what I'm going to be talking about, the 11/11 in November.
So please watch.
Yes.
For manifestation, because that's huge, guys. I mean, it is so true. If there's something that you want or that you know you can accomplish, put your mind to it already, and then it will happen. Think about it multiple times a day, and it will happen.
Yes.
So remember, in thought, and you shall conquer.
Boy, that is just, I knew he had something.
Told me, and I'm telling you right now, people, I'm not that intelligent to come up with something like that.
And I've got chills all over and my eyes started watering because I know that this is from the other side. I know my daughter, and she doesn't talk like that.
No, and he just said thank you for listening.
Are you kidding? We're here anytime for y'all.
Yep.
Y'all are, they've been my guides for quite some time, these geniuses. I don't know if they've rubbed off at all, but anyway, they're here for us. And Jessica talks to them directly, and I ask the questions, and I interpret.
Let me tell you, there's so many amazing people that have passed on that have tried to get our attention. So it's very fortunate that